Welcome to F on Swells, Conquer the Universe. This is yours truly, the FO, along with the world famous Swells. And we back with another one for your listening and viewing pleasure.
Yep.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
We good. We're good out here. It's still gonna be around Christmas time when this comes out, right?
Probably.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Crimmer.
Was that a deep Southern thing?
Merry Crimmer.
Mine. Yeah, mine.
Hey, so I got to do it at work. He hates happy holidays because you feel like they taking everything. So, happy holiday. They on happy holiday.
Scrooge.
Yeah. No, he likes Christmas, but he don't like the fact that they take the Christmas, like, you know, some places like don't say Merry
you have
Christmas.
to pick your poison. Yeah.
Right.
One of them sensitive people that's just like, well, I'm gonna pick and choose. Like, oh, I like this, but oh, I hate the way that they look at Christmas because it's not about gifts. It's about Jesus, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man. Easy.
You can't get me even if you ain't supposed to say Merry Christmas at work because they got something against it. I don't think jobs do, but I just say Christmas. What did I say? What did I say? Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Put that on paper. What he said. Can somebody spell Christmas? You don't spell Christmas? All right, man. So we're going into another episode.
Okay.
Our last episode, we was doing Finish the Sentence. This one, we're going to do a series of worst, best, favorites.
Okay.
Type things, whatever. What they say, type shit.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
But are you ready, man?
I'm always ready.
All right. I always got to get a disclaimer. Swells does not know what's on these cards.
No, I do not.
All right. So Swells.
Yes.
What is the best superpower to have for everyday life? Not for fighting crime, though.
The best superpower? Slow down time, I guess. Maybe slow down time a little bit.
You get a lot more stuff done.
And then, like, you know, you could speed it back up. Like, okay, I did this, and now we're right back where we. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I will do as long like if it's some internet. Hopefully, it don't affect the internet or whatever. But some stuff I could do online or whatever. Pay some bills, do some stuff, change my oil, change tires.
Just, you know what, the best thing would be more
get more
time.
out of the day.
I would just say just more time, just because that's the one thing, you know, like everything else. But, you know, flying, I guess, could help you. I mean, that's not, but to slow down time, or, you know, at one time we was asking us to pause. Remember how we would pause?
Yeah, it was like, pause for 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Something like that would be dope, just because I mean, I don't never have enough. Every time I turn around, it's like, we did all of this and we still got this to do.
We still got all this to do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing that I've always hated about doing anything. When I have the feeling of having stuff to do, like at the beginning of the day, like I'll map it out. Like I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do that. And it's always that next thing. Okay, I'm done with this, but I still got to do this and I'm done. That's why I try to front load everything. So I get all that stuff done, and at the end of the day, you chilling, because you can never truly chill
until you're done.
Until
you're comfortably done. Yeah, I mean,
because that's the only thing that's still on your mind.
I wish I could just, and I hate that, bro, when it's just lingering.
Right.
I know I still have to get this done.
Right.
And sometimes I'll go like like yesterday, bro. I did so much for the first, for when I was working. You don't get enough sleep when you work 12s.
Absolutely not.
So, I didn't get enough sleep first day, second day didn't get enough sleep, third day didn't nap like I should have at least. And still had stuff to do. So by the time I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a little nap. All them days, my body was like, oh no, bro, you finna sleep.
Right, yeah, we gotta catch up. You owe us. You owe me.
Yeah, nah, this ain't a nap. Go think it's a nap. I'm gonna let you think it's a nap, right. And then we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, we'll start off as a nap, but I'm gonna let you know. Nah, so yeah, I would love to, because you don't have enough time. You just never have. I never have enough time. So it would be pause. I mean, I don't know what somebody else would say. I mean, it might make sense what they say too, but
I mean, it's depending on just your way of life, I guess.
yeah,
That makes sense. I can dig it.
there it is.
There it is. All right. Swells, what is your favorite smell that isn't a perfume, cologne, or a food? Damn, I know the answer. I just thought about that. I know the answer.
Oh, really?
I
mean,
know
you
the
know what?
answer.
And when you said all those things, I thought you were gonna include that. I really
should
either you were gonna lead with it or end with that. And you know what? If y'all don't know what we talking about, y'all not grown. Y'all not grown enough.
And you haven't watched
Yeah,
at
you
least
ain't-
one episode of this. This is
and
your
it
first
just-
episode.
But the fact that you said it's not a perfume or cologne
Or food.
or food, and that was it.
That the only people who don't know right now are new here.
Okay, but was that it? Just
I'm sorry. That's that's an easy one. I feel like
because to me, I was thinking, I don't know now because you're gonna say that, you're gonna include that. So I didn't know, and then I was like, oh, he didn't say it. Really?
where's my pencil?
And if we're bound by the card,
We wouldn't even need to be bound by the card. I wouldn't. All I had to do was say, "What is your favorite smell?"
yeah. And I
I
was
didn't have
like,
to give you no.
oh, and you know what? Wait a minute here. Wait a minute. And you said it's not cologne or a food. So okay, honestly, when you say some people might. Oh, I want to be clear on it.
Okay.
What do you think I'm going to say before I'm going to tell you what I know what I'm going to say?
Reefer.
You know what? And I didn't think about that until you said that again. But see, the first thing I was thinking of was my wife, was that smell. So that's
If she sits close enough to you, you get both of them.
no, because she don't like that smell. She don't like reefer. But, and that's all. I don't want to embarrass her at all. All I'm saying is when you said that, I thought of that before I thought of reefer. But
you
when you
did.
said it, when you said it the second time, I was like, oh, wait a minute. It might be where that's what you're thinking. So, but I don't know. To me, the answer would be her. And then it would be, yeah, I can see why you said reefer though. Yeah, but that's why I laughed
See, if
even
I went
harder.
a paycheck and a half on that, I would have lost.
And see, I understand why, but when you said smell, I'm thinking, no, as much as I love that smell is a different, like, you know, it's just a different smell. So I'm just saying that would be it.
That makes sense. I think this one it's not loaded, but it got a good story with it. This next one. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Swells. What is the worst job you've ever had and why?
Worst job. I used to work for this Korean guy named Mr. Kong. He used to own a Oriental shop.
This already sounds made up. Go ahead.
No, he used to.
Mr. Kong.
No.
I got you.
And he owned a food shop right there on 41A, right next to, you know where. Okay, it's a Little Caesars, and it used to be, man, way back in the day, it used to be Blockbuster. It's right there in 41A, you know where Planet Fitness is?
Yeah.
Okay, across the street, literally where it's like a drive-through vet place now.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, it used to be a Korean spot. Dude used to sell, you know, General Tso's chicken, sweet and sour pork, all of that, right?
Right,
but
right.
what he did was, me and my boy Milo would, he hired us to go to different neighborhoods and put flyers on people's doors.
Right. Okay.
Right. And he would pay us like $15 a day, $20 a day. And at the end of the day of doing this shit for like, because he would drop us off with a stack and then he would come back like 2 or 3 hours later. And Milo was cool with it just because he was like, he said, I don't eat nothing. Right. You know, he give me my $20 every day. I would get $10 every day because I was always like, at the end of the day, I'm hungry and a hostage.
Right.
But it was the worst job because Mr. Kong used to just be so mad at us, like because we would get with a stack. And after about an hour and some change, we outside. And when I got the job, it was already in the wintertime,
Ugh.
like no October, November, and I did it all the way through like February, March. And the only reason I did it was because I wanted these there were some Persian Maxes. They were the BW
I knew
Persian.
shoes were somewhere involved.
Yeah,
in
they were
this.
basically the purple. It was a purple, black, and white Air Maxes, and they call them the BWs for big window, and the air bubble was huge.
Okay.
And they was like, at the time, they was like $85 at Fort Campbell. And I was like, all I got to do is get $85 because they didn't have no tax.
Right.
But that was the worst job because it took me
How many hours were you
yeah,
working?
exactly. Like 4 hours a day. And it would be like $20, $25 sometimes a day.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So you about making about minimum wage?
At the
Little
time,
minimum
yeah. I
wage.
mean, you know, right at the time, because all we did was we just walked, ran. Malo was way faster than I was. You know, he ran, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So all I did was just I would just put it at every doorknob, but it was cold. And I mean, every time we worked, I would end up with $10, $15 because I always got sweet and sour pork or General Tso's chicken or some broccoli and beef every day. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go home and be hungry. This, you know, he was an athlete type. He used to run track and stuff. Bro, I'm not you. I'm finna eat. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But as far as worst job, yeah, man. I mean,
I don't really have a worst job. I like
that
all my
was the
jobs.
worst because I was like I said at the time I was 15, so I couldn't get
Right.
when I got my first job, like that was my worst job as far as like anything, I guess, you know, because even when I was 16, I literally turned 16 on a Sunday, went and talked to dude and was like, I heard you need a dishwasher. By Tuesday I was working.
Oh, okay.
So I've been working ever since I turned 16. 2 days after I turned 16, like where Uncle Sam was like, oh,
Let me get it.
appreciate you working, showing up. Yeah, let me get some of that. But
And I think you outside the statutes of limitations for them to take that money that you was getting from Mr. Kong.
yeah, Mr. Kong, it was all under the table, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was every time we got paid, it was cash, and he would always give Lalo. I said his name was Milo. His name was Lalo. I don't know why I said Milo, but every time he gave Lalo his change, he would always give me like $5 or $10 less just because, and then he would hand me my food. It was in the ticket, and he would take us home. You know what I'm saying? He would pick us up and then take us home, and we would pass them flyers out every day, rain, sleet, hail, or snow. And I was, I mean, at the time I thought it was cool because eventually I did get those Macs. Of course, I saved up enough change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm too much of a sneakerhead not to, but yeah, I'd have had them pairs. Never mind, it don't matter.
I got you. I mean, my worst job, I'll just say, is a job that I had, I mean, just before my turn, because I joined the military. So I loved that job.
I heard a lot of people say they did like it.
My job I had after that, that's the one I met you at.
Okay. So you done had about 4 jobs in your lifetime.
Entire life, yes.
There it is. I done had 7 jobs in 1 year.
Yeah. I guess I don't like change that much.
It ain't like I didn't like changes. I was just like being arrogant, young, dumb. That's what mine was. It wasn't nothing else. But
And I never had a car. So I found that job before I turned 18. Like, I have a ride to that job. My friend works at that job. He has a vehicle. We're going to get to this job.
I mean, I was a paper boy at one point in time, waking up early. It wasn't no joke. And they rain, sleet, hail, or snow. It wasn't no joke.
They ain't had the internet either.
Nah,
we got to get our
bro.
news.
Yeah, we got to get, because I had to get them J's. My mama wouldn't buy me. I'm trying to tell you, I like kicks at a young age.
Right.
And my mom and pops it didn't even have, I guess it had more to do with, because my mom and pops grew up poor. So to them, $80 for a pair of kicks, are you out of your mind? You better be glad.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm that way with my children now.
Yeah, no, I'm not at all. I buy them what I buy me. So
I mean,
that's me.
I don't buy me that. But they ended up getting it. I'm talking about the reaction though.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get the reaction. You most likely gonna get what you asked for, but you're gonna get that reaction too.
No, I don't even ask them what they want most of the time. I just tell them what they're gonna get.
Right.
And then after that, but then I'm just saying, like, after that, then they can get because my daughter is still a girly girl. So she's like, I'll get those with you, daddy, but I still want And I'm like, yeah, I don't care what else you want. You know, we're getting these right here. And then
When it comes to fashion, I'm definitely not. I don't
Right.
suggest anything.
no, but that's it though. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I suggest because, you know, just like last year, we got the same pair of kicks last year. So I was like, do you want the same pair next year? And of course she was like, well, yeah, we had white last year. Why not get the black ones this year? So that's what, you know, that's
Right,
the
right.
whole
I got
reason.
you.
But I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't force nothing. I mean, Memo has his own. He's stuck. Of course, he grew up wanting. He didn't even know what he wanted. I would just put J's on him because that's what I wore. But then he was like, "Ooh, I like LeBron," and you know, and that was it right there. He
So
just,
he's LeBron.
oh, bro, he's LeBron. Yeah, the J's. I mean, the J's, but the LeBrons I get him. They're not even this year's LeBrons. Like I don't get him. I go and get him the LeBrons that are like matter of fact for his birthday this year, he finna get the Zoom LeBron 4s. Like last year, he got the 8s, the Laker colors.
Right.
You know, I mean he's
Yeah,
has
you can do that. You can do that with shoes. Though.
yeah, so you can just go. But I mean, you know, like this year, this is his 22nd. How many years he in? 23rd?
23rd. There's
20,
23rd.
so this is his 23rd shoe. You know, I
because he was
probably,
coming out with shoes from the jump, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
right off the rip from
Okay.
1 to 23. That's
Yeah.
how many. So Memo has like for a minute there, we went from every year he was coming out with them when they had like the ones he won his first chip with, and you know just some that I just thought was dope. So Memo has a plethora. I mean, we both do have a because I like sneakers, bro. I'm not.
Right.
Like your boy said, I like just the 11s. Nah, man. I mean, yeah, the 11s are dope. But there are so many dope kicks.
You know
out
what I
there
really think about
to
with the
limit
Jordans?
yourself.
Jordans come out with new Jordans every year still, right?
He comes out with his shoe and
that's what I'm saying.
retros. Yeah,
Like there's a Jordan like 39.
yeah.
I don't know what it looked like at all.
Oh, I do. Of course, I do. I mean, they're all right. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I'm not gonna get them. You know,
Right.
I like the J's he wore.
That's what I'm saying. Like most Jordans are like
I don't even do nothing after he stopped playing. All of those J's, I haven't had a single pair of them J's right there. None of my kids have had a single. Now I've seen them on people. Are they dope? Yes, they are dope. Some of them are, you know, fire. But no, I ain't finna rock. No,
these are Jordan 27s. I've never heard a person say that. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever been said.
it has to other people who work at Jordan. Which are you getting the Jordan 27s because they work there? They know they're coming out tomorrow. Those are the only people that.
There's no line for them though.
No. There's always lines for retros.
Retros, yeah.
Excuse me. Retros always have raffles. They always have.
What shoes are the retro? Like it's usually just J's and Max's and what else? Are big retro shoes.
Big? Well, you know, you have the AIs of the Reebok.
Okay.
Then you had a couple of Shaqs come out. Then you had, of course, different Nikes that had different people, the Bo Jacksons, the Anthony Hardaways.
Right, okay.
You know, you had all the Barclays was a big one because he had some dope kicks too. I had some of his, one of them was like the Godzilla Barclays. Oh, they were so dope. Chris Webber had a fire pair.
So what would you say the top 3 retro shoes? Okay, number 2 and number 3. We know Jordans are the number 1 retro.
Yeah. It would be a Nike would be a 2 and 3, but
I'm saying would it be
like,
Max's?
It would have to be Max's because Max's and ones are like Max's, ones, dunks. You know what I'm saying? Those and
I hate
even
the
Jordans.
dunks.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. Those are like wide feet,
Yeah.
and they don't lace up if you don't walk right. They're a small shoe person, but I just don't like the way they look on my foot. I'm not a fan of shoes that don't look good on my foot. Even though some shoes look good, period.
You know a shoe it looked good on this when I was younger. It looked good on other people's feet. Mostly females or short dudes with small feet was the Reebok
Classics.
not the classics. The shell toe. No, Adidas. The shell toe Adidas.
Okay.
If you got a long foot, they look like a canoe.
Yeah, they didn't look good. Even like the K-Swiss didn't look good.
Yeah. You gotta
You gotta have but you know, if you had a wide foot, you could like there were some shoes like me and my brother would get like the classics and we would wear them for like a week.
Yeah, the classics did not last long.
No, about a week, and then that was it. And they only cost like $30, $40 because
I bought 2 pairs of them at once before.
Me and my brother went ham with the classics there for a minute there. But a lot of people used to think we had we worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we would spend our money on shoes, so then they would think, oh, you know, you're getting, you know, somebody. No, we worked for the money to get the shoes. You know what I'm saying? So we would just have shoes all the time. You know, it was us and other, you know what I'm saying, some other dudes that, you know, they would do the same thing. So we were all known for having, like, I remember one year when I was a junior, like after I had gotten my job, one year I literally went to school with a brand new pair of shoes for like 4 different, the end of the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day I had a brand new pair of kicks on. And it was like, oh my, yeah, I loved kicks, man. My mom used to have a pair of some of my shoes that I would, you know, she was like, you paid too much for them. So she put them up. You know, they if you don't wear your shoes, the glue gets and they, unless you go somebody, you know, to re-glue them and all that, they're kind of ruined. But man, my mom's used to keep a lot of my kicks, man. I mean, I used to buy them all like ridiculous. But yeah, so I don't even remember the.
What was the worst job you ever had? We're not.
But
it was in reference to you doing it to buy shoes.
Yeah, it was always to buy kicks. Yeah,
All right.
But yeah, it was Mr. Kong, Mr. I'm gonna cheat y'all, because sometimes he would cheat us too, though. That's what made it the worst. But yeah.
All right, Swells. What is your favorite guilty pleasure? I don't know why I tried to sound so seductive when I said that. Pause.
Favorite guilty pleasure? What is that? A dessert?
It probably shoes, man. Or
is that a guilty pleasure? Kicks, hats, kicks.
Well, I think a guilty pleasure is something that's like that you probably do a little bit too much. That's probably a little unhealthy for you. That's probably
so it's more of an unhealthy thing.
Like if you can afford your shoes,
yeah,
I don't think it's a guilty pleasure.
My hats, none of that.
You can't smoke reefer. I'm gonna call it reefer because that's what you call. You can't smoke it everywhere.
You can't. You try to take gummies, or they have lollipops,
and you can't do it during even if it's legal. It's not. It's just like alcohol is not legal when you're at work.
No, it's not.
So
man, wait till we get over that hump.
We shouldn't.
Oh, well, some people can.
Depending on the industry that you're in.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, if I didn't have it a bunch of times, it would be a worse day for more people around me.
True.
And that's just a fact. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to.
It's been bad days for people because they've had it.
I've not had, yeah, but those are rookies, and most of the time I know what they're doing. I don't understand why those people think they're veterans like me. I've been doing it for 20 plus.
It gives you some courage that you didn't have before.
It gives them, I guess, to me, it's just Tuesday. I don't need courage. I just need to go get by Tuesday. I'm not looking for courage.
Alcohol can probably get rid of that one last inhibition that you do have.
I'm not too big on drinking at work, but
that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about burning.
I got you on that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you burn.
I remember with our last job, and you know, I ain't saying no, but I had a guy like after the lunch break. Our numbers went up. After the lunch break, because you know our stuff was on the hourly thing. You get your 10-minute break, come back in. But he was way more efficient. I know he came in, he burned, but it waned.
Did it
as it went to lunchtime,
and then
he came back.
Lunch happened,
and he powered up.
It was something in the water.
It wasn't what he ate.
Wasn't it all what he ate?
I don't think it was what he ate.
Sure, he wasn't going gardening.
He had some lettuce.
That
old hippie lettuce.
I wonder who that was.
I mean, I can tell you afterwards.
Yeah. I mean,
we're not telling y'all.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm over here thinking like, who was on your line at that time?
Yeah.
And you work nights with me, right? So, caliper line. Oh well, I just know what I did, and I know Do you know that when I worked there, I think it was like 6 months without one piece of scrap. When I was doing the hub, when I was on PN 150, and it was like 6 months. We went through, it was like 5 or 6 months. We went through all, and I was like, I didn't have, because you know how after you learn your machine, you could put in offsets even when you change the inserts.
Yeah, putting that offset, and get it like.
Bruh, it was so easy. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like the hardest machine to run. I get that. But I've seen people mess it up.
Absolutely.
So it's like after you see people mess it up, it's like, yeah, I haven't done nothing that you've done. I literally know what I'm doing over here. You know, changing. So, bro, I went like 6 months without one piece of scrap at all. So to me, I mean, yeah, I don't even know.
You chalk that up to the reefer guys.
Yeah. Yeah. He came and said, he came and was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop a cloud on him real quick.
Drop 2 clouds for Swells.
Coming up, drop. And the 3, 2, drop. Now watch this, y'all. Watch how he act.
Did you answer it?
I don't remember. That's my point.
We'll say that's what it is. All right. Last one for the episode. Swells. What is the worst fashion trend in human history?
The worst fashion trend, in my opinion, would have to be skinny jeans on guys. To me, that was the worst fashion statement that has ever come out.
I absolutely hate skinny jeans.
And that's my answer.
I don't want to see a man's shape.
I
wear, so, it's been cold lately. So, I wear thermals to work.
Underneath.
Right. But me feeling those thermals, I still have it. It's a level of discomfort.
It feels
feeling
like, because I know. I had to
and
get
you do
used
that,
to it.
and I'm doing that for practical reasons.
Because I'm cold. Yeah, exactly.
To do it, and you don't. I don't want to see. And then it's like you gotta make a decision whenever you put your pants on, or where you parking. My pants are loose enough that, he go wherever he want to go.
Hey, I literally was like, I'm gonna just listen to this, right?
But you know what I'm saying? It's like there ain't enough room up in there, or it could be. I don't know what.
No. You know what? That's not even the point. There's skinny on, and see, when you saw people who weren't skinny,
damn, and then
that's what that, and then it was a disgrace. It was, if you were a skinny jeans fan of any part of it, because you even had the thugs who would sag in the skinny jeans, like,
it's like they realized while they were like halfway up.
Did you get your little brother's jeans and was like, I can't even, if I pull them up, it'll look like high water, so I got to keep them low.
It's like they put them on and then they realized this is not going to work.
Yeah.
But I've made it past the halfway point and I'm late. So let me just get this last bit up.
That was in my opinion. Now, if you would have asked, maybe the opposite sex, a Fraulein, it may have been an answer for them. But
right,
this was literally
we are right here.
Yeah. So yeah, skinny,
we locked.
Yeah, I'm
locked
not
arms up in that.
No, I would never. And I had nephews.
Skinny jeans on men. I don't because do what you want to do. Yeah. But from my eyeballs, I don't like to see a man's. I don't want to see.
I guess it's not even that.
I hate sagging too.
For one, I'm not looking, but for two, it's not even. You can even wear what the heck you want to wear. My thing is, don't ask me to go along with. Oh, they look good. Oh, this. Oh, no,
they absolutely do not. Sir.
So that's my thing. It's never. My thing is never to. Hey, wear what you. I don't care. Don't bring it here. That's my thing. My thing is when you bring it here, now you're. That's a whole different thing. That's not the same as
right.
So hey, you like them, rock them. I will never rock no.
Can't wear skinny jeans because my knots don't fit. He had some skinny jeans on after that at some point in time. Jay-Z disappointed me on that.
Yeah, you know what? I think they do it for the clout. Like, instead of you just being you, why you can't just be you? If you wanted to rock baggy stuff, just rock it. But society said, hey, skinny jeans are in, so you have to wear them and have a picture.
That don't mean you got to get in them.
That don't mean you have to do it. That's one thing about being. Hey, if there was ever a question on the if they would say, would you rather be famous or rich? It would always be rich. I would care less to be famous. I would care less because like when people say like, you know, the top 10 billionaires out there, we know who the top one is because we always talk about the top one, right?
Probably top 2 or 3.
The seventh guy.
We don't.
We don't know who he
Right.
is, but I guarantee you he can still do everything everybody above him is doing.
That's what the thing about being a billionaire and stuff. If you had $150 billion and I had $300 billion, we essentially got the same amount of money.
Because
There's a $150 billion difference.
that is a fact. That is a fact.
But what you gonna buy that I can't?
What is
Unless somebody just do something stupid. This water right here is $200 billion. I can't buy it now, but you can.
But you can.
But you got to do some crazy arbitrary thing like that to make it that. But you can buy.
So even, bruh, the top 10, if we don't even know the top 25,
Right.
we don't know. But the number 24, he's like, yeah, I'm number 24, but I can still do everything. So, you know,
You probably walk by him and just. But if you walk by, obviously Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates,
you're gonna, because we see their faces all
Right.
the time, and we see. But yeah, I would rather be rich than famous and not everybody see who. I don't want everybody to know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like in Cheers.
unless our show get 1 million.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
don't get
then
me wrong. I
everybody's
want
gonna know
y'all
who-
to keep on seeing us, and that's fine. If we become famous this way, so be it. But I hope the change is
I'm rich, bitch.
the change is
Sorry,
what I don't
I
want.
couldn't.
I don't want the change. Like you see certain people who don't change. You know, I mean, yeah, you still want to be able. The only thing is now I'll be able to do it if I want to.
Right.
But I mean, as far as I would love for that not to change. But I mean, you know, hey,
You should, when you at a certain point, you should be able to, your thing should be more of, because like a Jay-Z or something like that.
just helping other people
You
out.
can, as far as like a trend or something like that, you have more power to influence and start your own to push back against that, or have your own thing where people are doing that, emulating you instead of you emulating the things around, which I understand sometimes. That's like the whole being rich or famous thing. The being famous thing, you do kind of have to get into some type of things that other people are, so you can keep your fame going. If you want to keep that up, you have to keep drinking some of that Kool-Aid.
Right.
And I don't like Kool-Aid. So I'd just rather be, I'd rather be rich.
I'd rather just be rich and be me. That's all I'm saying.
In the cut.
Yeah, just a.
Right. So, you got anything else, man?
Nah, man. That's about it, man. Y'all have a great
Holidays.
you know what I'm saying?
Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and everything else you celebrate. And if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And if you don't, then
Merry Christmas.
so what?
With that being said,
Yes.
been there for another episode of F on Swells Conquer the Universe. Until next time, peace.
Holla.
I gotta cut to the chase. Yeah. Everyone give me some space.